Good afternoon to all of you. In previous lecture, we discussed the mechanical properties of the materials. Now, in this lecture, we are going to cover remaining properties of the remaining mechanical properties of the materials. So, let us start with ductility. Ductility, it is the property of the materials to resist plastic deformation under the when we are going to apply the external load on it. Means when the external load on the particular material will applied, the material resists the deformation. Okay, that property of the material is called as ductility, or in another word we can say, if we the material possess the ability to convert into thin wires when external load applied on them. The example of ductile material is copper. Copper have very high ductility as compared to other material. Okay. Next one is malleability. Generally, some materials are does not provide any resistance to external load. They directly get deformed without any resistance. Now, this ability of the material to get convert into deformed shape without any resistance is called as malleability of that material. Means that material should have very high malleability. Or in another word we can say, it is the ability of the material to get convert into thin sheets with the use of external load applied on them. Gold is the example of malleable materials. Okay. Now, next property is elasticity. Elasticity, it is the property of the materials when we are going to apply the load on the material. Obviously, they change their shape as well as size, but some materials are there, they regain its original shape as well as size after the removal of load. Now, that property is called as elasticity. Okay. Example of the material should possess high elasticity is that rubber, silicon. These are the example of materials that possess high elasticity. Next property is plasticity. If we want to apply the external load on the materials, it will deform, but after the removal of load, they cannot regain their original shape as well as size. Okay. Such kind of properties is called as plasticity. Means they do not regain its original shape or size when the external load is removed, like plastic or metals. Okay, these are the example that have high plasticity. Next one is hardness. hardness is the again property of the materials. Generally, the cutting tool applications, cutting tool materials are made up of ceramics. Means those materials should possess high hardness. That material used for cutting tool application because of their high hardness. So the concept of the hardness is nothing but some materials have ability to wear or to resist the wear or penetration when the external load applied on them. That ability is called as hardness. Okay, means whenever we are going to apply the external load on them, they don't get deformed or fail or fracture because of that external load. Such property of the material is called as hardness. Okay, generally hardness are measured in terms of the unit, that is BHN. BHN is nothing but Brinell hardness number, and the hardness is categorized or we can measure the hardness in this unit. Okay, generally ceramics have high hardness, very high hardness. Metal medium hardness, and plastic possess very low hardness. Okay. Now next property is toughness. Toughness. Okay. When external load are applied on the materials suddenly, then some material absorb that external load without any fracture. Suppose let us take an example of any material. If directly suddenly load are applied on the surface of that material, they absorb them, means they absorb the impact energy. This property to absorb the energy or external pressure without any fracture is called as toughness, means that material should possess very high toughness. Next one is fatigue. Now some materials have ability to work with continuous load or fluctuating load, means they do not fail under the fluctuating load or continuous load over a period of time. Suppose consider an example of bearing. If we see, the shaft are continuously rotating in the bearings at high speed. Over a period of time, after a particular period of time, this bearing will get fail because it have very high fatigue strength as compared to other material. Okay, means at particular beyond period of time materials will get fail. Fatigue is nothing but failure due to repeated loading. Next one is creep. Creep is nothing but it is the property of the materials of generally the slow and progressive deformation will occur because of external force at constant temperature, means when the material will subject to constant stress, the deformation of that slow or progressive deformation will takes place of that particular materials. Generally, the creep is categorized as in 3 stages. Okay. Okay, the nature of the creep is like this. Okay, this is primary stage, this is secondary stage, and this is tertiary stage. Okay, there are 3 stages of the creeps: primary, secondary and tertiary. Okay, in primary stage the creep are suddenly increase in nature. In secondary stage the creep is stable as compared to primary or tertiary, okay, with respect to time. Now in tertiary stage the creep is again increasing in nature over a period of time. Generally, the deformation of the material takes place at high temperature is called as high temperature creep. Okay, this is the concept of creep. These are all about the mechanical properties. Okay, thank you.